Hello, ladies. Michelle, loving the hair. How are you feeling? How are you feeling about your gray?
There are moments, but you know what I realized? There's nothing so sure as change. And at the end of this process, if I don't like it, guess what I can do? I can change it. But anyways, I am liking it. I actually am working through the transition of it. I am making sure I never say to myself, oh, look at that gray hair, you're getting old. I'm more like, how I have as you notice, my hair is much shorter.
Yes,
I
I
had
love the cut.
I had my hairdresser cut it shorter, so I wasn't like I can get rid of my coloring sooner. Like
Okay.
I promised to do an upkeep of my hair. I promised I would do my hair. I would promise whatever it was to myself that I felt comfortable with it. And I would. I am liking it. I'm still working through it. But how is that? And anything that we ever want to change in our life, how is this any different? You know? So someone asked me, like, why did you do it? And I actually sat down, and for myself, it was from my cancer battle. I have decided to remove, I don't want to call it toxins, but I just want to remove some unnecessary additives to my skin. And I wanted to try it. And I'm also tired of going to sit in the hairdresser for 2.5 hours while it gets done.
Yes.
I'm not a woman like that. I don't like to sit in a hairdresser for a very long period of time. I find it annoying. Like my hairdresser's used to me pacing. I get up and walk. So
I'd rather go to the dentist, which is only an hour, than go to the
Oh, God, no.
hairdresser. And that tells you something. I just think it's I'd love to do my hair, but the time,
yeah,
it's just so much time.
But when we started this in one of our past episodes, we thought it was kind of cute because Miss Tracy E was just smiling through the whole thing because she ended up with a technical difficulty and had no sound. So we never got to understand Tracy's story on her going gray, her feelings about gray, and all of that. So I'm going to switch it over to Miss Tracy.
What's so funny is that you have cut your hair so that the grow out is that much easier, and my hair is the longest it has ever been in my whole life. Isn't that funny? Like, honestly, my hair has never been this long ever, like even as a kid.
Yeah, but there's a reason for that.
Yes. So my reason is that I have been going to the same hairdresser for over 40 years. I once let somebody else color my hair, and it was the biggest mistake of my life. In about 2 weeks, I was orange, and I was like, oh my God, like what? This is like the worst ever. The man was an absolute genius. He would cut my hair in such a way that when it started to grow, because I would get highlights, right? And when it started to grow out, you couldn't really tell that it was growing out. Like he just did a brilliant job. And first stage of the pandemic, I'd got my hair done. Second stage of the pandemic, when we got to reopen, I went and got my hair done. And then he went out of business. And I just was like, well, I guess that's it. I'm never getting my hair done again. That I can't, like, there isn't anybody else out there. So what am I going to do? So my hair started growing in gray. And interestingly enough, I had people in my life say, are you going to go get that taken care of? And I was like, yeah, not so much. I'm not. No, this is going to be it. I'm going to see what this is going to look like. And, like, are you sure you don't want to get that taken care of? And of course it got long and longer and longer. I also got those comments like, are you going to get that cut? Because like old ladies don't have long hair. It just makes you look worse, apparently. And I just thought, you know what? No, I'm not. I'm not going to cut it. I'm not going to dye it. I'm just going to let this go for at least a couple of years. And then, like you, Michelle, I'm going to make a decision. Do I like it? Do I want to do anything different? Am I okay with my hair being down to my waist? Am I okay with my hair being like, what's really interesting is that it's super gray here, but the underside of my hair is like my original color. So it's like, okay, that's really an interesting phenomenon because it's really just the top that has gone gray. It's not my whole head hasn't gone gray. And I'm really okay with it. It's like this is the part of the journey I'm on right now. And I am totally okay with that. It's fun.
And I like that you and I are both on a journey. And Tracy G, I know you're on a journey. We're all on journeys. Every day we get up, it's a journey. But I think in our generation, I know in my generation, I mean, going gray prematurely was like aghast. Get rid of that gray. You're going to look old. You're going to. And I'll be very honest, I had that exact same thought process. I continue to color my hair. I have thought about going gray. I'm going to tell you probably the last 5 years. And I kept coloring my hair because I felt when I went out into my work environment, people would take me as old and wouldn't take me serious.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm now on this new adventure with my business, my battle with cancer. I'm now going to do Devil's Den yet again and all of that. And I'm like, no, I'm going gray and it's coming along on the adventure with me. And screw everyone else. Whoever thinks they could think I'm old with my hair colored. Like, just because my hair is gray doesn't mean squat.
Yeah. My
Nothing.
grandmother went Snow White at 30. So she was like, she just embraced it and
Yes.
was like, my mom, on the other hand, nope, she didn't embrace gray at all. Not at all. She colored her hair for forever. Like forever.
Yes.
And you know what? As far as I'm concerned, it really doesn't matter. If that's what you want to do, then you get to do that. It's your hair. You can decide what that is. The only cautionary note in that is, what is the reason for doing it? If you're doing it because it makes you feel good, then continue to do it. If you're doing it because you think you have a story about what others are thinking about you, that's when you want to investigate that story to go, maybe that's not really true. Maybe I can be gray and still be wholly me and no one's going to really care. Because I'm sure that when I'm having conversations with people, they're not staring at my hair.
Yeah. And if they are, then you're having a conversation with the wrong person.
Yeah.
Well, that's
it's
what
like,
I was going to say, it's the connection. So Michelle, now like you're taking on this new journey, like you said, and your connection with people, you're probably drawing in people that you should be connecting with for your business or for personal or whatever, because you're that one more layer because you've chosen this, not, and that's what I mean, because I've chosen not to, and that makes me more authentic to me. It's that you're bringing in the right connections, or you're drawing in people that connect with you.
And I would look at women, and there's a woman that I know, beautiful gray hair, beautiful. And I know she's younger than me. And the thought process came to me, I wish I had the confidence to do that, what she's done. And in my mind, I'm like, that was startling to me. Like, what do you mean confidence, Michelle? You have confidence. You already have it. Like, just do it. Again, if it came in and it was coming in awful and it came in on the wrong, like it looks ridiculous to myself, to my being, I can go color it. Like I can go do to my hair. I can do whatever I want with it, not what society dictates I should look like.
So it goes
So
on.
my gray was really there because I felt I had no choice. It's funny, I had always said to my hairdresser, when you are no longer in business, I will no longer get my hair done. And I think I said that so many times that it was sort of like, well, I guess that's what's happening now. Like
Yeah, but
that's been
Tracy,
years and years of what I've been saying.
there are other hairdressers out there. So even
I
if you
know there
don't want
are.
to,
I know.
even
My
if you
daughter's
don't
hair is
want to,
gorgeous.
yeah, you can get it cut. You don't have to get it colored so it
I
doesn't turn
know.
orange.
I know. But I'm not doing it. Not
Okay.
yet. I'm waiting until my next birthday. I'm waiting until next year.
Okay.
I'm waiting till next year for two reasons. One, I want to see how long it's going to be by then. Like that to me is just a fun thing. And yeah, the gray never really bothered me anyways. It bothered other people, but it didn't bother me.
Yeah.
And it's interesting, I have a colleague who also decided to go on the gray journey. She's a doctor. And she said it was so interesting, the perspective that people gave her when she was diagnosing and talking and whatever, the concentration people had on her when she was gray as opposed to when she wasn't. She said it's such a fascinating thing
What,
to
that they take her
watch.
more serious?
Yep,
Or
they're
that
like,
she's more like,
you obviously you have more wisdom, you have more under
Yeah.
your belt because you have got gray hair. And I said, isn't that amazing, eh? Just the assumptions that people make,
mhm,
right? The stories they tell themselves because somebody is gray and what that means to them.
which goes back to looks, right? Which is
Yeah.
a whole nother show, but about your appearance and first judgments and all that stuff. So when you're gray, or if you choose to go gray, the next step is that that's part of your look and how people perceive it.
And it was funny when I cut my hair, my gray's obviously very showing, the whole thing. I got it cut last Thursday, a week ago. I cannot tell you in this past week how many compliments I have received on my hair from people I have no clue who they are. Walk-ups in stores. I was at downtown Madison on Saturday. And I'm like blown away because like in most times when we're showing our roots, we're like, oh, we got to cover them up. And then I had to learn to accept the compliment that they meant it. That was like, I went to say, oh, and I went, oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Good.
And two, it shows what we think people see and what people see are two different things.
Always.
But thank you, Tracy, for asking me about our gray.
Sorry, when's the wedding? Is it soon? You were going to go?
I go to a wedding in December.
Oh, in December. Okay.
And
so
I talked with my hairdresser. I'm going to see her the day before we leave. So again, the cut will be kept up, but this is 7 weeks out. 7 weeks ago was my last color.
wow.
So this is where I am. So probably in another 4 weeks, because it's December, first week in December. So 4 or 5 weeks, it'll probably be, yeah.
Is it coming in salt and pepper, or is it like really just completely?
No, it's salt
gray?
and pepper. It was salt
See,
and
I
pepper.
mean, that's gorgeous. I don't know if you guys have looked up Andy McDowell.
Yes.
She has got a gorgeous head of hair, first of all. And secondly, it's all salt and pepper. It's this combination of gray and dark, just like yours, Michelle. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
So
we're going to see.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens to my hair.
Yeah.
To be continued.
To be continued. And will Tracy ever get her haircut?
By next year, probably by next year. But yeah, I'm
year when?
enjoying it. My birthday's in June, so I think I'll make up my mind come June to say, okay, am I keeping this or am I going to get it cut?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
To be continued then. So if you have questions about gray, I want to know if you've ever thought of going gray. Yes or no? That's the first question. put in the comments. The second question is, what's stopping you? Like, why don't you want to go gray? So don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share. And don't forget to like and set up for notifications, because every Wednesday there is a new episode. Have a great day.
Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you as a regular member of our community.